Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future,
and living for the present, all
all
while
while
learning
learning
how to
how to
live
live magically.
magically. Hey,
Hey,
it has been a minute.
it's been like a couple minutes. Like you got half of a new house.
Uh, Literally.
Yeah, it's looking great, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. It
Like,
is,
what's the update? You have furniture down there right now? Like, you finished all top to
yeah,
bottom, ceiling, walls, floor.
it's finished. We're just moving the furniture and stuff in, which we had like all of it, which is awesome, but also kind of like, do I have a problem that we had all of this furniture that was like not being used correctly and just like sitting around my house? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we moved all the furniture in. The only thing I had to buy was a TV stand. I found it on a Facebook Marketplace for like $100. Score.
You wall mounted, didn't you?
And we put TVs on the wall. Yeah, 3 of them
Okay.
because that's normal. And Kyle, you know. And then today we are moving. I have like a dining room table that I just like. It's like a high top dining room table that I thought I needed for Pixie to like fold shirts on to make it like aesthetically pleasing.
Okay.
And then when I moved Pixie out of the house, I didn't take the table with me, so it's just been like sitting upstairs because like folding tables are perfectly fine.
Right.
Yeah, so I have this table. Like it was an expensive table. Like what is wrong with me? But
But you're
anywho,
just talking about like a literal, like a picnic table, like a plastic table.
no, it is like a nice wooden table. It
Oh,
has like a wood
okay.
top with like black legs. Got it on
Wow.
Wayfair. It's like, why did I need that in my Pixie office? I have no friggin' clue.
You were
But
trying to create an aesthetic.
and then I moved. So it's been sitting upstairs. So we're going to move that down in the basement because we don't have a dining room. So this will
Okay.
be a
Okay.
nice little table. We could play our card games on it.
I
But
remember you mentioned that you wanted like a game space.
yeah, so I couldn't move that
Cool.
by myself. So we had to wait for Reed to come help today. So then it'll be done. Slash, I have to decorate it, which I'm a little. I don't know how I'm gonna. I know how I'm like decorating it because it's gonna be very sportsy.
Okay.
But
I was gonna
like
say what's the vibe, but the vibe is like
sports.
sports, like man cave.
Man cave sports, but like aesthetically pleasing. So it doesn't like give me anxiety when I'm down there. But also like, I don't know how to like we have a lot of sports memorabilia
Yeah.
that we're just going to hang up and like finally display. So I want to make like a pretty gallery wall like you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yours is like aesthetically pleasing. And I'm afraid this is just going to be like, ah!
No, I bet it's gonna be great, but also like happy to help. I
Yeah.
not that I did it, but
Okay, I'll call Corey. But
yeah, call Corey.
so that's where we're at. Very exciting though. But we've been like nonstop on the basement for the last week. Like we owe
And
our lives to my uncle and my dad, but like we've been like at it.
living and breathing it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the fact that you're gonna have to redo it all in like 9 months when you're like, oh, well now this is a kid's playroom?
No, 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 no.
No?
No, because it's Kyle's office, so like
All right. All right.
no.
Fair.
It's technically his office.
Okay. First and foremost.
Yeah. And like
Okay.
the baby's gonna have its own huge room.
True. True.
Well,
All right.
I'm really hoping this is gonna sound so stupid of me.
Oh God.
I'm like hoping to like keep all the baby's like stuff in his room. Like I know that like a lot of it's gonna be like in the living room, but I don't want like crap everywhere.
I'm trying to think through like not that I know, I'm not a parent, but like must haves, things I've seen in other moms' houses that like couldn't be put away. A high chair,
Yes, okay, like that kind of stuff. Yes, but I'm talking like
bibs.
yes. I know that stuff will buy. I'm talking like
Okay.
the Fisher Price toys all over the living room.
Well, do you plan on spending your entire day in the baby's room?
No, probably not. Okay, so the stuff's gonna be in the
Okay.
living room, whatever. Okay.
Sorry. We can
Anyhow.
come up with like Steph has these beautiful aesthetic floor tiles,
Oh, I've seen
like
those.
matte floor
Yeah.
mat, but they're like cute. They're not
Yeah.
like neon orange and
I like want to
red.
do it like aesthetically pleasing, but also like I know that once he's here, like who freaking cares, right? Whatever makes him happy.
Right.
I'm
Right.
fully aware of that. All right.
Yeah.
But like in my head, I'm like, this is going to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Till it's not.
Oh,
Anywho,
I'm so excited for you.
what's up with you? Where you been?
Oh man. I've been all over the place, but also right here.
Great.
My niece, my favorite person in the entire universe, Maddie, is here. She's been staying with us for like, I don't know, feels like 2 days, but I think it's been like a week.
Yeah. You've been like at the
and she's staying with us for a
parks.
little bit longer. But she's here. We like went to Melbourne Beach
Oh,
for
Melbourne. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, for like a long weekend.
Nice.
We had an awesome time. We collected shells. I should have brought my project up to show you, but we made like shell sun catchers with my mom.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool, very on brand for me.
Very.
Trying to think of what else. We've been
You've
doing a
like,
little bit of Disney.
yeah, you've been at the parks.
Although yesterday, like Maddie and I channeled our inner Courtney and Shelby because we literally, it was like a day. We woke up, we put on matching dresses. She got makeup on her dress on accident, which was white. So
Ooh.
we needed to wait to wash it. We washed it, whatever. We put our dresses back on. We head to the park. It's like noon in Florida in summer.
Yeah. No.
We walk in the park. We literally like get to Pinocchio, whatever
Yeah.
restaurant, get bottles of water, decide it's too much for us. We gotta go, leave before like touching a ride. We didn't take a singular photo, like nothing.
I
We
thought it
just-
was interesting because on your story you like posted that you were like on the monorail to Magic Kingdom, and then that was it.
like, well, that was pretty much it.
Because that
Like,
was it.
yeah, that was it. That's all we got done.
She
We
sounds
rode the
like me.
monorail
I love
twice.
it.
I know, it was great. I was like, thank you for being on the same page as me. It is too hot.
I can't only imagine. It was so hot when
Yeah.
I was there. Like, hot.
Yeah.
Speaking
And
of, oh, go ahead.
I forgot that like so many queues are outdoors there.
Oh, at Magic Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just like a sauna the whole time.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we haven't potted since my trip, my very quick, short trip.
I know.
I know. So we need to like a quick little recap on the Cobb salad.
Yes. The Bob Cobb.
The Bob Cobb. So we went to the Brown Derby for our Cobb salad.
Yes.
Well, one, so we like, everybody raves about the Cobb salad. Like that's like, it's on their menu as the famous Cobb salad.
Right. It like is a showstopper on the menu.
Yeah. So we like get there with the intent of like, we're getting Cobb salads.
Right.
And we like sit down.
This is like also a great demonstrator of our personalities. Continue.
But we sit down, and so immediately we sit down and the waitress comes over and Kyle's like, I heard about the Cobb salad. It was invented here. This is what they say. And the lady's like, not like here, but yeah, at the original Brown Derby. But I will say it's not the best thing on the menu. And we're all kind of like taken back. Like,
Right.
are you sure? Because it says famous Cobb salad.
Right.
But now we're like hesitant on like all getting the Cobb salad because she kind of like judged us a little bit.
But like we were down for like a round of Cobbs.
Yeah.
All four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but then we were like second guessing getting Cobb salads mainly because like we didn't want to like disappoint the waitress.
Well, and then I think she made like a second comment about like them not, or she went to the next table and like they also had asked about the Cobb salad and she like told them they were bad too.
Like I think
So we were just like nervous.
Yeah, and I think maybe she's working at the wrong restaurant. So
Yeah.
You did decide not to get it because of.
Yeah, because she made me so nervous.
But I got it. Kyle got it. AJ got it.
Right.
And I would say it was a very good Cobb salad. It's
It was
like
definitely better than whatever I got.
And I was gonna say you didn't even really like care for what you got.
Right.
It was a very chopped Cobb salad. It was really good. I
It's
recommend.
it's a chopped salad on top of a chopped salad. That's
Yes.
what's cool about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also I think it's a good Disney meal because I don't like to eat like super heavy like food, especially when it's 90 degrees outside. So like
Yes.
I recommend the Cobb salad
Yes. I recommend the Cobb salad too with chicken.
with chicken. I could have actually
Yes.
lived without the chicken, but like
Really?
yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's yeah.
But also at the Brown Derby, we had this conversation, and I guess it's just gonna be the same conversation, but like maybe the people can tell us later on. Because you and I have this conversation every time we go to dinner. Like, we need to know if they're bringing out bread to our table.
If it's free.
If they're bringing out free bread to the table.
Right.
Like, I think it should be written on the menu.
I do too. Especially at places where they have like also an option of paying for a bread.
For bread.
Yeah.
Because when we went to Tony's,
Right.
we saw people getting bread and we wanted the bread,
Right.
but we saw on the menu that they had a bread. So we ordered the $12 bread,
We did.
but we also got the free bread.
And like, but our review was
I will still order that $12 bread every time that I'm there. But I'm
Same.
just saying, it's a lot of bread now.
yeah.
So we're at the Brown Derby and we're seeing this bread everywhere.
And
But
like we had ordered salads.
But there was a bread on the menu there too, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But she brought us some hot bread. So just let everybody know. Brown Derby and Tony's both give out free bread.
Yes.
I think that's to be noted.
Maybe we should create like an app.
Of what restaurants give out free bread.
Yes.
Because it's important.
It is important.
It kind of
changes what I order.
It changes mine too.
Yeah.
I agree. It's important things. Okay, after we got our Cobb salad, we also went and saw Fantasmic. Oh, sorry.
No, hold on. Are you going to attempt to just speed through this story and not talk about Kyle and the payphone? AJ just did a laugh from downstairs.
I don't even know how to explain this. You do it.
Literally, I can't.
Okay.
We are waiting in the lobby of
Oh my god, this is
perhaps
like
the finest dining establishment.
this is like giving
in
away
that park.
all of. This is my husband, and go ahead.
It's so great, and there are payphones there.
Like legit.
You and I are
Payphones.
Yeah, like
old
put a quarter in.
Payphones.
Old school payphones. Yes. I'm like scoping out the door for Club 33 to see if anybody goes up. Kyle and AJ are like looking at the phones. I don't know why, just because they're like a piece of history and like old
And
relics.
because they're like bored children.
Yeah, because they're bored children. But to Kyle, figuring out like the only does he call the operator? He calls like the only free number on the phone.
At this time, we don't even know what he called, but he's just talking.
He's just like talking, but he like doesn't put money in the phone.
No.
I don't think he like had a quarter handy.
No,
I think he just like
absolutely did not.
right. So like he is just holding up the phone, being like, "Hello, Star Services," like making shit up.
No,
randomly.
he was asking them about the Cobb salad.
You and I were not sure that it was like a real call.
No, I'm
He was
literally
like,
telling
"Excuse
you.
me."
He is not talking to anybody. He's acting right now. There's nobody on the phone. I must have said it like 10 times.
Right. That's what I mean. He was like totally selling it like he was having a fake conversation.
And
then he gets into like the nitty gritty of like, I'm at the Hollywood Brown Derby right now, and there is a Cobb salad on the menu. I've heard it was a famous Cobb salad that may or may not have originated at this location.
That's literally how he's talking.
Can you please provide me details? And we're like cracking up because like he's being ridiculous, but he's like nodding.
Yeah.
On the phone,
and I keep
along.
saying he's not talking to anybody. He's faking it right now. And surely enough, he gives me the phone, and somebody's on the other line telling him about the Cobb salad.
It was real.
That's my husband. But speaking of payphones,
But also, that's a magical Disney story.
that is a magical Disney story. But in this same trip, let me tell you something else that happened with payphones.
Yes.
We were at Epcot, and
Yes.
in the United Kingdom, right? Is that where the red telephone boxes are?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I'm standing out there. Kyle was in the bathroom and I was waiting, and this family, this like mom and teenage daughters were over there, and all of a sudden security comes running over, and they're just like taking pictures in the the phone booth, blah blah blah. And the guy's like, "Is everything okay over here?" And the daughters, they're all like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Well, somebody called 911." And like the teenager like got out of the booth. She's like, "Yeah, I did call 911, but I didn't think they were real. Like I didn't think they were real phones." But she had called 911, so like Disney security came running over. So fun fact, any of those random payphones that you see around Disney, they work. And if you call 911, someone will show up.
Someone will answer.
Let's be thankful that wasn't my husband, because that is something that he would do.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Can you tell me about the Cobb salad? They're like, is this like 10 people swarm the box?
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Oh my God. Wow, that's actually good to know.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
A little fun fact. So that happened on our trip. Okay, Fantasmic.
Yes.
We went and saw Fantasmic after our Cobb salads.
Completely regrettable experience.
We should have got there earlier.
We should have got there earlier, or we should have booked. We should know ourselves by now.
Yeah, you're right.
And know that we just like don't appreciate the experience unless it's the premier experience. And we should have booked a dining package or a
definitely should have booked
package.
A dining package. And dining packages are definitely worth it, because I feel like you're not paying that much more and you're getting a whole lot out of it.
Right.
To like have a good seat. So that was like a mistake. But
yeah,
I think I looked back on like the last time I had seen Fantasmic when we were there, and it was like 2015.
So it was like forever. Yeah.
But so our seats weren't that great, but it was still like, wow. Obviously.
No, it was, as like a Fantasmic aficionado, I was deeply offended for your experience.
Oh, well, I still like...
It was wrong. Like, we were seated in a section that had like, you know how like speakers are balanced and play like different parts of songs louder and softer so that it like creates surround sound? We were in like the brass quintet section. So like all of a sudden it'd be like, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like,
okay, but the show itself is just so like, it's underappreciated, at least by me.
I agree. Yes.
I would like to have that takeaway at least from that.
I want to say I just got a TikTok from Corey that, you know, the Mulan scene?
Yeah.
Where they're like
when they're
doing
fighting.
poses?
Yeah.
Yeah. They like cut out the be a man part, like the lyric.
What?
They just like play the music. No, I think it's great. It's not like macho. Like, in order to be tough, you have to be a man.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like Taylor Swift.
I think it's great.
You're right. Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Wrong reaction. Another takeaway from our Fantasmic was walking out. We walk like backstage because they like open those doors to like funnel everybody out of the park because the park's closed. And this guy, like, what was that thing?
An emergency eye wash station?
And like I think an emergency like shower station. Like I think it had both.
Yeah.
And he like apparently didn't think it was real, so just pulled it and just water was like pouring everywhere.
Yeah. It was like one of those, like a really nice one of those beach showers.
But like,
you know, like when you're leaving the beach
high
and
def.
you like rinse off. Yeah, high def, sprayed everyone.
It, like pouring.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And he was like,
I didn't think it was
about
real.
They don't have like, real stuff what do they everywhere. Expect?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're an idiot.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all we got for that. The rest of my trip was great. Saw Happily Ever After. Magical. And I have a trivia question for you from Disney.
Okay.
That Kyle asked the guy because we had this conversation.
Actually, I saw this in the show notes and have been contemplating it like for a couple of days now, and I don't have even a remote stab at an answer, but go ahead.
So we were on Spaceship Earth and we got stuck for a little while. So that led to a lot of random conversations between Kyle and I, per normal. And one of them was like, how many carts do you think are on Spaceship Earth?
I want to say like 220.
Kyle's like 3,000.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
That's what Kyle thought.
I mean, it seems a little high, I guess. But.
So we get off and Kyle asks the guy and he says, so your final answer is what?
225.
151.
Wow.
That's what the guy said. If we're believing cast members, the answer is 151.
Wow.
There you go. Fun fact of the day.
That seems oddly low.
Well, and then, okay, hold on. Let's do some math. So each cart holds 4.
Right.
So 4 times 151. So it holds 604 people at a time.
Max,
if all carts are working. And
and like,
yeah. Well, like,
no, like wheelchair carts or like
no wheelchair carts,
accessible.
But
carts.
also, I feel like I'm never in it. Like, if it's like Kyle and I feel like no one's ever in the same cart with us.
Right. They give you like 1 cart per party.
Yeah. So, fun fact. Also, I think we've talked about this. I swear that was like shutting down to get redone.
I thought so too,
and
but I didn't notice anything new.
Well, I think it needs like an overhaul. Not like an overhaul, but it needs like to be extended.
A slight facelift.
But I thought that was happening, and
me
maybe
too.
It's
because
the rest of the park
I just went
like,
and we did Genie Plus, so we wrote it and no updates.
But maybe it's because the rest of the park is under construction. They're like waiting.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay.
What a disappointment.
A little bit, yeah. I have our review of the week. And then we'll get started.
Review of the week.
We had a few. I can't read them all, but we'll share them for next time. So thanks everybody for reviewing. This one is from Mindy C12. My go-to pod. I adore Shelby and Courtney. Every week it's like catching up with old friends. Also, I have never been a runner, but I just signed up for my first Disney virtual 5K. Thanks for the motivation, girls. Learning how to live magically one Monday at a time.
Oh, I love it. Also, like, congratulations on your first 5. Like, signing up is a big step.
That's the hardest step, honestly.
It's the hardest step, yeah.
Is committing.
Well, and then, like, waking up race morning is second worst.
Also not great. But
yeah, we just want to forewarn you.
They're doing the virtual 5K, so they're, like, easing into it. So, like, she doesn't have to get up early. Good choice.
Good. Yeah, definitely the way to do it.
Okay. So today on the pod, we're going to talk about like a little bit of like life balance.
Yeah.
However, on my way here today, I was listening to a podcast and they were having this discussion. And I feel like I haven't talked to you literally since I left Disney 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because you've just like been busy. Maybe I have too. But so before we jump into the life balance thing, I just think we need to like toot each other's horns a little bit. But also, like, reminisce on some things. So they were having this conversation. They were, like, friends. And he was, like, asking them questions about each other. So I was writing some of them down, and I thought they'd be fun to answer together.
Amazing. Let's do it.
Okay. These some of them are kind of deep.
Oh, God.
I should have prepped you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can answer first if you would like. Okay. What surprised you most about me? Do you want me to answer?
In life? Like ever?
Like you met me and then like who you thought I was and then what surprised you? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. When like my first impression, like before I met you, because I knew you on social media first.
Yeah.
I feel like I was almost like a little intimidated by you. I'm serious. We're talking like 8 years ago.
Gross.
I'm not intimidated by you anymore.
Good.
So I feel like I was like a little intimidated by you, but then when I met you, I was like, surprised that you're just like me.
Yeah, girl.
Just like me, and just like willing to share all of your knowledge with anybody willing to listen and take it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Well, that's how I feel about you.
Okay, what surprised me the most about you?
My singing
I-
voice.
You're, you know what? It might be, no, maybe it's your ability to rap. Like, give the girl a Lil Wayne album and
Thank
watch her
you.
roar.
But don't underestimate me.
Surprised me. Yeah. Also, like, I think you are like very multi-talented.
Oh.
Like, you're good at design, but you're also like really good at business.
Mm.
I think so. And like also marketing, also advertising, also being relatable, also
Well, thanks.
existing, being a friend. I don't know. Like a lot of you like
Existing.
nail it in a lot of categories. And I don't know that many people. You are actually one of the only people in my life in like modern times that I've really like welcomed into the circle as like
I
someone that I admire and respect on the same level as the other important people in my life
I
because
feel
like you
that.
nail it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
In one word, describe how you feel right now.
Ugh.
I know.
No, I think that's my word.
No.
Ugh.
That's not a word. Out of the dictionary.
Okay. Right now, like exactly right now, or like this month, today.
In the realm. I'm going for like
Um,
in this spot of life.
ooh.
So my word is probably overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just like
What
have a lot going
what
on.
and like isn't it wild because I'm sure there are times in the past that you thought you knew what being overwhelmed was.
And honestly, that is what I remind myself of all of the time. Like, you go through these stages of life. I went on an Instagram rant about this of like, obviously, I'm overwhelmed right now because we're like expecting a child.
Right.
And I went on this rant of like, the average wedding engagement is like a year to 2 years long. So people spend,
Oh, I remember this rant.
1 to 2 years planning a wedding, a 1-day party. And you get so stressed and overwhelmed over it. And then next thing you know, you're freaking pregnant. And by the time you find out you're 8 months pregnant, so you only have 8 months. And then by the time you like really like get ready is like, you wait until you're like 6 months. So you only have 6 months to like bring in an actual human.
The biggest change of ever.
Yeah. And I was like, I was stressed and overwhelmed over a wedding.
Right.
How silly. But like before the wedding, I'm sure I was stressed and overwhelmed about something else. So yeah. So maybe the word shouldn't be overwhelmed because there's always something to be overwhelmed with in life. But
No, totally.
I'm currently overwhelmed.
Just yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. But the baby thing is crazy. Like just being with Stephanie for a few days and hanging out with babies and stuff, I learned like, do you know there are types of bottles? Like
Yeah.
you can have like a nice bottle or like a not nice bottle.
Or like the baby doesn't like that bottle versus they like the
Yeah.
other bottle. Yeah. It's like I'm
You
overwhelmed.
like know stuff. Yeah.
I read a lot of stuff.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, you gotta know.
Wait, also while we're talking about the babe,
Yeah.
you dropped a clue on the socials, and I love that all the Taylor fans are like, we're on it.
And that like everybody, I didn't really think about, I'll just give it away here, that I didn't think putting a B, I'm not saying the name, putting a B, everybody thinks it's Brady because of Tom Brady. But
Oh, that's cute.
spoiler alert, it is not Brady. We are not that predictable. Come on.
Well,
Okay, do you have a word yet? Or are you going with overwhelmed too?
no, like joyful.
That's a good word.
Thank you. I'm very joyful. I'm in like a period of life where like I'm very lucky to not be working right now. I'm very like I couldn't have time with my niece if I had a job right now.
I
So,
feel
like,
that too. Like you're like grateful and joyful for like what you have and like where you are in life.
Yeah.
And even I feel that with like Pixie, like, yeah, I can make my own schedule, so I can like fit it with Kyle's schedule, and like we've been able to work on the basement so much because I can just decide, oh, I'll push off
Right.
work. Like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, great. Like, even in the hard parts, it's still like so much to be appreciative for.
Yeah. I also wrote in our notes from before, we didn't answer the question in the show notes, but I had seen something today and I thought we should talk about this in the pod. What is something that brought you joy today?
Ugh.
I'll go
Um,
first. Mine was seeing Cody Rigsby at Disney World on Instagram. He's like in his stories, like living his best life, just like
oh,
at Disney World. And it's so, it brought me joy.
yeah. Brought you joy.
I know I'm putting you on the
Today?
spot. Today.
Listen, I gotta be honest. Like, I went downstairs, all the coffee was gone. We went to
Oh,
McDonald's to like get coffee. They didn't get my niece's order right. Like,
all right.
it's been
Well,
a little bit of a downer.
okay. So we still have the rest of the day to find something that brings you joy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. Let's do one more of these.
Okay.
What parts of yourself do you see in me?
Ooh,
I know, isn't that a good one?
yeah. Well, so many.
I know. I feel we're very, very, very similar. So
Yeah.
I see a lot. I see
Yeah.
like the entrepreneurial in you, I see in me. The laziness in you and see in me. I see
Yes.
in me.
Yes. Yes. But also, like, thank God for that, because then it gives me like the grace to like not beat myself up
Yeah.
when I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, Shelby's probably sitting on the couch too. It's fine.
Exactly. Your creativity I see in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just
Your kindness towards others, like on an extreme level. I see that.
yeah.
No, like I think you try really hard to make people feel like seen and included.
Yeah.
And
And you do too. Obviously.
yeah.
Does it? Okay. That was a good question to lead into life balance.
Yeah.
You had wrote these notes in our show notes probably months ago. We're finally getting around to this pod. And mostly about how I feel like this kind of goes off of like what people see on Instagram versus like what we're actually doing in our day-to-day life.
Right.
And like
for example, yesterday when I was like at the Magic Kingdom, but really we were there for like 30 seconds. Yeah.
yes. Or like my Instagram this week looks great and like we have been like really going hard on the basement, but like that doesn't mean that last week I didn't sit on the couch a whole lot.
Right. Right.
So, let's see here. Like I guess explain to me what life balance you think is. Like what would your definition of life balance be?
Just like hitting multiple, like nailing multiple areas of life, like getting your sleep right, getting your nutrition right, getting your hobbies right, getting your downtime right, getting your, like all of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just success in like, well, my sleep is great, but everything else sucks. It's like a little bit of everything. Like maybe you can't sleep for 12 hours a day if you also want to work out every day because there aren't
Yes.
enough hours unless you get up earlier or whatever.
Which is not easy.
No.
Like that's something I think is very not shown on Instagram for the both of us.
What? How hard it is to function in life?
How much of morning people we are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also
and I used to be a morning person, but
oh my gosh,
no more.
I've never been a morning person. I should probably figure it out soon. But I feel like Instagram makes like according to Instagram, you're supposed to be like rise and shine by like 7 a.m.
Oh, minimum. The Instagrams I follow are like 5 a.m.
But like, don't you like? You get what I'm
No.
saying? Of like, people, if I'm out of bed by 9, That is a good
Same.
day. Like, I'm just going to admit
Same.
it here on the pod.
Same.
If I am out of bed by 9 o'clock, that's like, we are thriving that day.
Agree.
But in my defense, I do go to bed really late. But
I don't have that excuse.
I just feel like Instagram makes it seem like early bird gets the worm or you get nothing. Like,
Right.
And I'm still finding stuff even though I'm not getting out of bed till 9.
Right. Well, and you also, like, unlike myself, who isn't getting out of bed until 9 because I haven't literally woken up until then. You're up. You just
Sometimes.
are like scrolling and like absorbing the day's vibe. I don't know. You're
I
like
do lay in
preparing
bed.
yourself for the day.
I do lay in bed for a long time.
Yeah. I'm like, when my eyes are open, I'm like, I gotta get out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I knew that about you.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, we gotta go.
Oh, no wonder why you always think it's crazy when you're like, you've been scrolling for an hour. I'm like,
Yeah.
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 What are
Not
you
that I
doing in the
can't
morning?
then like grab a cup of coffee, sit down and scroll.
But you
But,
just like the bed is
not in the
only
bed.
for sleep for you.
Yeah.
Like you gotta, that's like that's something that's like really good for your sleep.
I think so too.
Like you don't scroll at night either.
No.
Wow.
I do on the couch. Like I definitely
Yeah, but when you
scroll on
like
the
get to
couch.
bed, it's for
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yep.
That is something I wish I could incorporate into my life, but I scroll before bed. I scroll when I wake up. And I think it's
But like
really
I'll
bad for
fall
my
asleep
sleep
on
habits.
the couch.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Maybe you're moving into the bed too early.
I think I am, but my bed's comfortable.
Right, well, right. But like your couch should be comfortable too.
Well, it is, but like not as comfortable as my bed. Come on.
Fair.
So also things that we were talking about in like finding your life balance is if people on Instagram are making you feel like you have to be up early in the morning to accomplish anything, maybe you should unfollow those types of people who are making you feel that way, or hide them in some capacity or something like that and follow more people that you relate to.
Yep.
So maybe those people
Yep.
are getting up on 5 a.m. on yours. You gotta...
Yeah. They definitely make me feel bad. Maybe that is why I jump out of bed once I'm awake.
No. That is a good habit that I think you need to stick to because
Oh, okay, good.
that's like a good sleep habit. I've heard that. And
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Like, ask yourself why. Why are you trying to keep up this like life balance? I think this is also something that we struggle with, like as an entrepreneur, and I make my own schedule, and so I don't have like a set schedule throughout the day, like any day really, besides like today we podcast at a specific
Right.
time, so like I have to do something. So a lot of the times I'm just like, it's very like go with the flow, which could mean that I'm just on the couch all day.
Right.
But like also that means the next day I could just be like absolutely crushing it.
Right.
So I think sometimes these like conversations about like life balance and like trying to figure it out maybe look different for us than others who like work a 9 to 5. I think they have like a little bit more of a balance in their life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
And I think also it's like important for us to accept like part of the balance is literally that some days you will be doing nothing and some days you will be doing everything.
yes. And I think a big part of that is because like our minds like don't shut off.
Right.
Or at least that's how I feel. I feel like I'm always thinking about the next thing.
Yeah.
Like even I was talking to Angela the other day and I was like, oh, I thought of this for your wedding and this, and like her wedding is not until next year. And I was thinking about this and that. And she goes, how does your mind work this way? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it just does.
Right. It's just always on. Sorry. Because like
I got
the
this.
fight or flight has to be on because like you're going to have to, where's your next meal coming from? I mean, it's not that serious, but like it kind of is.
Yeah. But I think because
Like-
of that, I like to have some days where I'm just like, meh, that's a good looking couch.
Yep. Yep. But you've like earned them for sure. And also, I've never known you to literally like zone out for a day and like not have thoughts and not whatever. Usually your best ideas come on couch days
Yeah, and
because
I
you're
think
like scrolling and consuming content and
yeah,
like learning that new rides are coming and whatever themes are emerging in your mind that help you come up with shirt concepts. But like they're not going to come from the days when you're like, I have 150 things to package and
correct.
like a basement to floor and a baby to prepare for and whatever. They're going to come on the days when you're like thinking about how nice it would be to be at the new
Disney
Tiana
World.
restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
So,
And I think we've like kind of talked about this before, but the big thing that helps me is like making a to-do list and like even the smallest things, trying to check them off and like accomplish something to like feel like I've done a little bit of balancing in my life. You
yeah,
know what else I was
it's
thinking
important.
about?
What?
You know how like everybody like you people complain about everything, myself included.
Yeah.
Included. Okay, like people complain about like daily things. Like I'm talking like you complain about what the weather is outside.
Yeah.
And you can't change that because the weather is the weather. You complain about working because you have to work. Something that people don't complain about, or at least I don't see it or hear it a lot, is cooking dinner every freaking night.
No, I complain about that a lot.
But like, this is just like a thing that everybody does.
Yeah, I know. Everybody just like accepts it.
Like, everybody just like freaking goes to the grocery store, cooks dinner, makes a mess of your kitchen. You got to clean it up. It's just like a lot.
Do it all over again tomorrow.
Every freaking day. And you got to decide what it's going to be. I don't know. I've
Yep.
just been like thinking about this a lot lately. And like, I enjoy cooking.
Shelby's feeling some type of way.
And like, I really do enjoy cooking sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like I've cooked dinner every single day this week, which is like what you're supposed to do. I get it. Like, that's like, and this is not a new thing for me. I've been cooking dinner for years. Just been like having this thought. I'm just like, why is like everybody just doing this and we're complaining about the weather outside, but we're not complaining about like that you just dirtied this many dishes over freaking dinner and you have to do it again tomorrow.
Well, a question for you. Does Kyle, being the loving, supportive partner that he is, help with the dishes?
Uh, his
Okay, maybe you need to like pass off some of the chores.
well, his chore is like laundry, supposedly.
Oh, fair. Okay.
He doesn't really do that.
That's a good one to get out of.
Oh, I think I would. Well, now the laundry's in the basement, so it's gonna be easier for him. So like he definitely has no excuse now. But
Okay.
the dishes thing, we're still training.
Oh, I see. I see.
Like if the dishwasher is dirty, once you're done with your dinner, rinse off your plate and put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You got to agree. You know, I've been married now for a long time, I feel. Quite a long time. We've been together more than 10 years now. Way more than 10 years.
Yeah.
But we just last week had a discussion about how to load the dishwasher.
Well,
And
it's
just like looked at it together and thought about it together. And like he said, like, well, my logic is that you do this. And I was like, okay, well, my logic is that you do this. And he was like, oh, I never thought about it.
maybe okay, that's like a nice way to have a conversation like that.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that like of course I do things one way and then like he does things another way, just like you do something a different way too, right? Like we just have seen different ways. But if you're always like, why are you doing it like that? Like,
yeah.
Kyle puts the bowls in the dishwasher.
On the top?
Well, I put them on the top too.
No, I believe they go on the bottom. There's not enough room in the top.
Well, maybe we just don't have enough cups then because we have room. But
See, we have too many cups.
Like if this is the door.
Yep.
So the bowl should go like this, right? Facing hallway side out.
This way.
If this is the door,
I would be turned 90 degrees.
yeah, but you want the open.
Oh, on the top rack. On the top rack?
You're on the top
yeah, they
rack.
go that way. Yeah.
The open side is facing the door.
Okay.
not facing the back.
What's the difference? Just
Well,
once somebody starts it one way, you got to continue the pattern.
yeah, because but if your bowl is facing this way,
Yeah?
I guess you can stick them. No, because the rack goes. No, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no,
Whether
no.
they're going forward or
You
backward,
have
they need to
to.
be
You have to have it
slumped.
like this, and then because then they can cup into each other and
Yes.
make more room
Yes.
in the dishwasher. He's just like meh, meh, meh.
Yeah, no. No, they have to go in order.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yes.
So we're still training because like, but I've never, I guess, had that conversation of like, what did you do here?
Yeah, like it sounds so stupid, but when we like walked through it, it was like, no, man, like I really thought you were doing that on purpose.
A spider just came down from the ceiling and it's like right there. It's on
No, thank you.
It's on a web. There's a spider.
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know. It's like
Oh my God.
It's like Hopo is coming to save the day. Hopo, do you see
Oh, I see him!
that?
I see him! Whoa.
He didn't even kill it. He just grabbed it by the web and just carried it out.
He's a brave man.
Wow. Where were we?
Ooh. I don't even remember.
I
I'm
don't-
nervous about your spider now.
Well, it's gone now. It's
Ooh.
living with Hopo.
Thanks, Hofo.
Anywho, I think the moral of this is just it's another conversation of forget what Instagram says and do what's right for you. And your life balance may look totally different than somebody else's life balance. And I think another thing that made me want to talk about this is like now that I've shared the pregnancy, somebody said like, I don't know how you were doing all of this. You seem like go, 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 like all the time. Like I'm so exhausted being pregnant, whatever, whatever. And like people, I am exhausted. I am so tired. I've never been one to like take naps, and I was taking naps on the couch like every single day. Not really anymore, but like I was. I just didn't share that part on Instagram.
Right, because like who wants to see your dogs on a couch?
Exactly. So just like know that what you're seeing on somebody's Instagram maybe is not part of their life balance per se. And whatever you're doing, as long as it's working for you, you're crushing it. I believe that.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't know if that conversation was helpful or not, but
I think it was.
okay, great.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah. You never know, unless you say it out loud, right? But that's kind of how the whole vibe of this pod has gone. This from the beginning.
You're so right. And if anything, hey, I just thought of something.
What?
When I was just thinking about how, if anything, people learn how to load a dishwasher.
Right.
I have some cleaning things. Not like,
Tell me, is this about the Mickey Mouse scrub daddies? Because like I'm really trying to go to Mexico.
I know those are in Mexico, so no. But this is about a scrub daddy. I saw it in Walmart yesterday. Did you know they have a toilet bowl scrub daddy?
Kind of, but it's not like disposable per use, right?
I think there was something on it. I don't know. I didn't really look very much into it, nor did I buy it. But I'm just telling you.
I need to like go to Walmart and shop the collection because I do want the barbecue daddy.
I got the barbecue daddy.
And you like the dabby? Do you like it?
Well, Kyle's on the grill, so I don't know.
But have you been using your Blackstone still?
Yeah, not as much as we probably should, but yeah.
Good.
Another thing, I have not seen these, but my aunt told me about them. Did you know that the spin mop bucket people, isn't it O-Cedar?
Yep.
They have started making their own like mop pods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. And like good for them.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But also like I don't know if I need them.
Well, I mean I still have a box of like powdered Tide, but I'd be willing to give it a shot in my bucket.
Yeah. I would. You know what I tried the other day? Dishwasher detergent.
I have done that, like a whole pod or like soap.
Like a pod.
Oh yeah, I've tried a pod before I got the Tide pods. Like that's what we had.
Tide pods just smell better.
But I thought the dishwasher detergent kind of like left a residue on my floor.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like the shine enhancer. I don't know.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. I felt like it like didn't like fully dissolve or something.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah. Anyways, that was it for my
Anyways,
cleaning things that I found.
I loved it.
See you next week.
I'll miss you. All
I'll miss you.
right, see you next week.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.